Hello, this is my artistic lens, and my name is Sarah Yusuf. I'm an experimental animation student. Let's just get into it. This is a basic overview of me as an artist. I'm a digital artist. I've been a digital artist for 9 years now. The themes I work with are escapism, storytelling, otherness, and in animation I like to focus on character animation, game-related animation, and a focus on expressiveness throughout. I draw inspirations from internet culture, my own personal interests like fandom or otherwise, and other artists. So it's been great going here, seeing everybody else's work and drawing inspiration from it. The medium that I chose is digital because it's one, cost effective, two, it is an infinite resource you can find online, hundreds of thousands of brushes, guides, tutorials, etc. It's easily marketable and it's very, very convenient. A few cons are that it's not perceived as refined by non-artists. It's not like a big painting in a gallery. It's an oversaturated medium, so you can find it difficult to stand out, especially online. And it has a lot of impersonal qualities to it. So like digital paintings are just a bunch of zeros and ones in comparison to like a physical painting you can hold in your hand, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just sometimes feels like your work isn't, a tangible thing you can hold in your hand, even though that doesn't really matter. The themes I work with are escapism, so I like to work with fantastical scenes, other worlds, and immersiveness. This is a scene that I painted of a story I made based on the Warrior Cats children's novels. I used to be obsessed with it. This is sort of an older piece from 2-3 years ago, I want to say. But yeah, I tried to build sort of like a mystical atmosphere, keeping it dark and sort of mysterious. But yeah. Storytelling is also one of the themes I work with. I like to work with characters, with their stories, and sort of capturing a moment in the story, sort of like a snapshot into their lives. The top one is kind of cropped out. The blood on the knife. You can kind of draw a conclusion of what happened there. The second one is a character of a friend of mine that I drew on Art Fight. They're sort of like a little inventor with a backpack that has a bunch of like robot arms. They kind of do like a Doc Ock kind of thing, just walking around. And yeah. So for otherness, I like to work with self-exploration, introspection, and identity. In high school, I had to do a project on some kind of animated project on some kind of idea. So I chose, art block and self-worth as an artist. And fourth bonus theme is conceptualization. I like to work with designing stuff, the production process of a character or of an idea. I like sketching it out. So these are just sort of like experimental sketches I made of different outfits and characters. So for animation, I really like to work with expressions, change and transformation, and bringing life to characters. So this is a little animation I made for an art fight attack that I did a few years ago. Again, I have little motivation for animation, so when art fight comes around, it's like a big excuse to do that. I really liked how the tail turned out. And these are just some more examples of my work. Some of them I'm proud of, some of them I'm not as proud of. Again, animation is an interesting medium. The film that I chose is Animal Behavior. It follows 6? I think it's 6. It's 6 in the picture. 6 different characters, all of which are, animals, and they all each have like different problems, sort of characteristic of their respective animal. Like the leech has a codependency issue, the praying mantis is like a kind of a psychopath and kills her partners. The cat has obsessive compulsive disorder and keeps licking itself, and the pig has an eating disorder, and so on. So they're all kind of, entering this therapy session, and this big ape guy comes in and is like very cynical about the entire thing and has like anger issues. There's a fight that breaks out, and then they kind of reconvene, and it's like, oh, the session's over, everybody head out, and like the entire place is sort of a mess, and everybody just kind of snaps out of it. So it deals with interpersonal problems like the unfiltered self, animalistic representation, and controlling oneself. So a lot of these animals act like animals halfway through. They lose all composure, especially the dog and the ape. They have like a big fight scene. The ape throws a stick out the window and the dog goes after it. So funny, haha. The entire film is pretty humorous. This is the piece that I chose to interpret this film with. So, I chose like a dog wolf canine thing, sort of biting onto a humanoid figure because, that's what it is essentially, to let the unfiltered self escape. Is kind of a condemning thing in our time because we are not animals, we are people, and to let any sort of unfiltered emotion out is unbecoming of humanity. So yeah, just want to say thank you for listening. I hope to see you all in class today, actually, as I am making this. I have to go. Bye.